Welcome back to another video here, and we're going to do a question I kind of saw trending. I think it was on X or it may have been Reddit. I don't remember, but the question was around like why betrayal from someone close still destroy you even though they're gone, and that's what we're going to try to answer here today at Tarot with a Twist. And also check out wordofthetwist.com, and I have a newsletter if you want to keep up to date with what's going on. Sign up for it or become a member, and you can enjoy my weekly column called Universe's 2 Cents. So I think for this reading, we're going to do my mini cross again, just to kind of get the vibe of it. And so why betrayal from someone close is still destroying you? Well, Temperance is because the Emperor, Temperance, because it's almost like you got trauma bonding going on. They were so toxic to you that they try to control everything that you did. And with them gone now, you feel like you can't breathe without them. So even though they were close to you, the question was, were they? Was this more of a trauma bond thing, or was this truly somebody that was close to you and it was just falling out? But then again, when I say that of trauma bonding, was because the threads that I saw were all around people lying for months to you or choosing someone else while they're telling you everything is fine. Or it could be that they just left and they've been cheating on you. So to me, that is not good. That is a toxic individual who's a tyrant. And that's why you feel bad, because you didn't really see how unstable they were until this was exposed. And what's blocking you from seeing that was the Six of Pentacles, is because they only ever gave you enough to make you think that's all you're worth. They didn't really invest their time in you. And so the Six of Pentacles here, the six is around harmony. And if you look at the card 3, they communicated with you the way they thought you want to hear. And so now that things are over, the betrayal hurts because you can't believe they would do that to you, right? And the decisions they did behind your back and the way they manipulated you emotionally, always creating a new type of drama in your life, and that narcissist type of behavior, that's why it still hurts, because you just feel like, how could somebody do that to you? And that's something you're going to have to get over, because it doesn't do any good dwelling in that, because that becomes a 10. It's a toxic cycle that you need to break to get to your 1. Emperor's 4, Six of Pentacles, okay? They only gave you enough attention to what they thought you needed to keep you close, and that's what really hurt, because maybe you weren't close at all, right? Now, what caused this? What brought them to this point? The Four of Wands. And it was all about promises that they didn't keep. They promised that you'd be there forever. They promised that you'd be their bestie, right? They promised that you would always be together and be happy, but they were built on 2s of lies, decisions and choices of lies. So the union and everything else that you had with them were fake. They were a fraud. They were based on a pack of lies. Again, a 4. They played you, and it was unstable. They used your passion against you. They use your desires to get what they want out of you. And that's what kills you, because the betrayal was something you didn't even see coming. And then where does it lead to? Knight of Swords. It led you to be destroyed in your mind. It just hurts because it came so fast and hard, and you didn't see it coming. And so when you have a Knight, which is fire, and Sword, which is air, it was explosive energy that just came at you out of nowhere. You had no idea why or how it hit. And because of that, it gives you this feeling of just pure betrayal, right? And that's a 2 in my system. So pages are 1, knights are 2, queens are 3, and kings are 4. So this is a 2 card. So they willfully decided what to do. You were believing their things to be true, and they came out of nowhere and just hammered you. Swift. It was a fight that you didn't even see coming. And that's why you just are completely crushed. And so what was kind of going on beneath everything was a Wheel of Fortune. The question I have is, was this a relationship with this person that was a rebound? Because Wheel of Fortune reverse is like a cosmic energy that is just toxic cycle that won't end. It can't close. You can't close the loop on it, right? You're stuck. And no matter how hard you try, you just can't move forward because that 10 Wheel of Fortune's upside down. And so you keep just riding the wheel over and over and over, and you can't get off. You just can't get off it. Everything's obscure. Everything's out of whack. Even the pages that are blank, you can't write them because you can't hold the pen. You just want to drop and say, I give up. So it's almost like you kind of knew things are going on, but you didn't want to believe it because you thought that things were wonderful. This would be a new step in your life. This would be a new path forward because a 10 is a cycle complete going to the 11 card, which is, I think, is strength in the Rider-Waite, or is justice in the Tarot de Marseille. But anyway, you were getting ready to go to that next level. And the thing is that you knew something was off, but you didn't trust your gut and you let the wheel just spin. So it's kind of like you deceived yourself a little bit. And that's why you feel destroyed, because you haven't really dealt with that pain. You haven't dealt with that chaos, with that hurt that they perpetrated on you. And what was known was everything's reversed, was the Six of Wands. That even the little victories you had with them were based on lies, were based on, I want to say trauma bonding, because the Emperor, it was more like the intimacy that you had, the closeness. And it doesn't have to be sex. I'm not talking about that. I mean, intimacy with a friend, even like somebody you're really close with, like your bestie, right? Or your BBF, they say. It was harmony that was really one-sided. It was all about them, not about you. And you knew that, but you chose to do it anyway. And you allowed that Wheel of Fortune to be off kilter. You allowed your destiny to repeat with toxic behavior because maybe you need to get over your past, or maybe you have to deal with a childhood issue you may have dealt with that was toxic. So you trauma bond it with a person that kind of brought you back to your childhood. And that's why it hurts, because it opened up old wounds and it just struck a chord, it struck a nerve, and it triggered you. And that's something you have to really talk about with somebody and maybe get help, because if you can't let go of somebody being a monster, then there's other issues that you need to contend with, right? Now, I want to pull some oracle cards here to end this reading on more of a positive note, okay? So why betrayal from someone close still destroys you? Well, it's because you're caught up in it and you trauma bonded with them and you don't know how to really let the energy go to find out who you really are, because you believed the lie so much that it just destroyed you, right? End of the day, it just totally destroyed you. So what does it say we got to do to kind of help us out with this? Or again, that's the Emperor. Authority, you have to take control of your life. You have to find stability and trust in you. You can't trust other people. You got to trust you first. Once you can trust you first and get authority back in your life, then you can let other people in. But until then, take a pause, take a break, and just step back a little bit, because you're just walking back into the same cycle because your Wheel of Fortune's reversed and never completed, right? Then we have fertility. You got to grow a little bit. 3, you have to have a little bit of growth, which means you have to trust in you, trust in your authority, put a boundary around you. See the boundary there? Protect your energy, protect yourself from others, and don't let them in so easily, right? Don't just make them earn your respect. Make them earn your trust. Go back a little old school and court somebody. Just don't go date them. If this is a date relationship, if it's a friendship, don't let them in either and open the book. Keep it locked a little bit. Let the friend earn your trust. That's what this is about. Authority, fertility, growth through trust. Okay? And that's a 7, which means that you have to assess it very closely. You have to really watch what you're doing and not let people just smooth their way in with smooth talk. Emperor, upside down. 6 of Pentacles, only telling you what you need to hear. Just give you just enough to soothe your soul, right? And one more card, we have awareness. Be aware. 1, if everything they say, every new idea that comes across your path, be aware of it, right? Because it's something new. So when you add these together, you have a 7 and 8. It means you have to be aware so you can move forward on your terms, not theirs. You have to grow how you want to grow, not the way they want to. And so that's the way I'm reading that question, is why betrayal from someone close still destroys you? Well, actually, too, you can answer very simple, because they never were close to you in the first place, were they? Let's go and run some dice, see what it has to say. And we have a 9, right? And so it's saying that why is because they communicated to you harmony, and they brought what you thought was something lovely, something you can really hold on to, a 9, right? That you can really grow with them to get to the 10, to go to a 1 with new things. But really, the communication was one-sided, and that 6 was unstable. So the 9 was in their favor, not yours. And that's how I'm seeing it. So anyway, that's all I got for you today on this reading. And if you like a reading for yourself, go to wordwithatwist.com, book a reading, click on First Look. It's pay what you can. And if you like how I read, then you can pick another package, right, going forward. But I do offer readings. And also make sure you sign up for my newsletter. It's free, or become a member, even better, because a member has certain things that the public cannot see. For example, I have a new column called The Universe's 2 Cents. It's a weekly thing that I do that kind of like a Dear Abby type of a vibe thing, or a column advice type of vibe. But it's fun, right? It's using tarot, Marseille, Lenormand together to have that message, The Universe's 2 Cents, to give us some advice and guide us through these times. Anyway, that's all I got. Until next time, I want to see you in my next reading or tutorial. All right. Bye, everybody.